Hello guys, in this video series I'll be showing you how can we make a shopping cart system, especially the add cart functionality. How can we add this in your website? And for this video I'm using PHP along with session variables. Before starting this, first let's see how does this entire website function. So as you can see here, I've listed out some items here, and as soon as I click on this button add to cart, you can just see that the notification comes up, it toasts up in this thing, and as soon as I click here it will be showing you the name of the product along with the price and the total thing. Okay, now let me add this thing, another thing. There's another function I've come here, it shows me the total of it, and when I remove this, you can just see the total is come here. So let's see this entire project in detail. So let's get started. Okay guys, let's see the PHP coding. Before starting this video series tutorial, I'll not be telling techniques. It is up to the individual, they can design it up to their own use. I'll be showing you just the basic how can we make an add to cart system using the session variables inside PHP. So the most of the PHP part I'll be showing you, but you can handle it by your own self. I'll just be showing you the add to cart the system. But let's see how this entire project has been done. So let's see all this thing into details. I'm running the query using MySQL query, and connect is a connection variable which is already inside the config.php, and the fetch products is the resultant value. Now we are considering a container class inside Bootstrap. This is a Bootstrap container class, and another thing class we'll be considering here is the row class. So row equals to columns. This is the main formula of this website. So with that we can list out all the elements inside the website. Now let me first complete this PHP part. Sit back, enjoy and relax. Just see the part which I am using it. Now inside the while loop of this PHP tag we'll be considering the columns. So first I'll be considering the column name as column md-3. There is also a bootstrap column class. Those who are aware of bootstrap, they know what is the column and what are the row differences. And inside this column we'll be using a card class so that we can list out all the images, all the product name and the prices inside this card. Okay, we'll be using a string topo function for the product name. This all p underscore name or the product name, the image, all are defined inside the data type in the database of the product table. Now inside the card body we'll be placing the image of the respected product items. all the images in this project are in my uploads directory, so I'm considering here uploads along with the image name. And inside the footer class, I'll be considering the price list of each product along with the add to cart button. This is the Unicode for rupee symbol, so I'm considering this the rupee symbol along with the product price, that is p underscore price, that is also present in the database table. Now we'll be adding the add to cart payment system by the help of which we can pay the items list price and the quantity name of that particular product. So in order the server can know which products I'm selecting, I'm using the data price and the data name attribute inside the ankle link of pay tag. Just given here the price and the data name, which is the product name. When I'll click on this particular link, the price and the name of that item will be highlighted. Okay, now let's refresh our page. Let's see whether it's working or not. Okay, you see the list of items has been displayed in the web page along with the add to cart button and the price tag. So we have to build up a cart system, that is we'll be using a font awesome icons. Font awesome icons, you can find it online. Using these icons you can make your website much more look good and better. So in this case I'm using a font of awesome icons of FS shopping cart. I've already highlighted the particular thing. I'll copy and paste it here. Okay, let's refresh our page. You can just see there is a beautiful looking font awesome icon. We need to align it, style it. We are using a bootstrap class that is known as popover. Using this class we can find as soon as a person click on that particular card, the content of that particular popover or that particular container will be highlighted. So using that article popover, and we want that placement to be bottom side. So data placement bottom. Okay, now we are giving our own styles to adjust it to in our website. Okay guys, we'll be considering the pay class from the add to cart button, and we'll be using on click event listener in order to get the price and the name of the product. So let's see how can we do this. Now for this particular add to cart button, we'll be showing you the name of the product along with the price listed out in this add to cart button. Considering a variable of data price, and from here we'll be getting the price of that particular product. These attributes all are present inside the add to cart button which I have made here. You can just see here data price I've already shown here, p price and the data name of this particular thing. So the next thing we'll be going with the data name of this particular product. So we'll be typing here data name. Now we'll be using an Ajax function, and we'll be placing all these post requests inside a folder already created here, that is cart details php. Details.php, and the method type will be post, and we'll be sending some data to this php page. The first name will be the data name, that's the data name. The third will be the price, there is a data price which we are sending here. The third will be the data sum. This is another variable we're storing for the product sum to be displayed. As we click on each and every product, the total gets highlighted under this column, that is the data sum. And another method, another variable is pay. When we're PHP find this condition that if is set particular function to be exposed and to be paid, so this entire Ajax will execute. So I'm using location reload so that it gets reloaded into the same location. Okay, now first let's check the card details .php page. Okay, now another function which I forgot to tell you was the popover is this card system. As soon as I handle a click to the popover, all the contents which are present inside this card details.php will get highlighted inside the popover method. So let's see, cart popover dot click function is also an event, and we're writing dollar this the current element dot toggle pop over. Okay, now inside this popover we have to consider some elements. Maybe the first is the HTML. It should show us an HTML content element. Another is the sanitize false. It will help in refreshing a particular page, particular popover. Body is the container itself in which I am going to display all the contents. The third is the trigger, that is manual trigger. As soon as you click on it, it manually pops up. That is the toggle function. Last but not the least is the content function. In this content function, we are returning an Ajax call which will be going to the card details.php. So let's see .ajax call, and the URL will be card details. The same thing, the card details PHP, and we want the content to be as HTML, and async false. Since we don't want synchronous, we want async to be false. And from here we'll be passing to this thing the data which we are getting. That is the response text which we'll be getting in the form of an HTML. Okay, okay, fine. Response text. Okay, now we'll be heading up to the card details PHP. Now here we have to start a session. We have to start a session. Okay, the session is already started, and inside it we'll be checking for the container that if is set post of day, if this variable is found or not. If it is found, we'll be placing rest of the post method, that is the data name, product sum, the data price. So let me first write this, the code. Let me type the product price. That's the product price. That's the post of sum, product price. Now another is the sum, which will calculate what values are the total being calculated, is the total about. So this is the product sum. Okay, and we have to create a blank array, products array, and make it a new array, blank array, empty array that is, and we'll be passing this inside a session variable. Passing this entire thing into a session variable, and we'll name the session variable to be as shopping cart, and it itself is an array, and we are parsing this as an array of data name, product price, and product sum. So let me first complete this. Okay, we have started the session right now, and we'll be considering, let's see, let us print the value first. Let's see whether it is working or not, the session variables. We are making as echo preprint session variables is set or not. So let's see whether it is set or not. Okay, let's see here, session start, whether it's working or not. Refresh this page. Okay, let us inspect this. What are the errors it is showing? Unexpected token. Okay, let me figure out this. Let's see. Okay, guys, return back. Let me show. Let me see. How can I figure out this? Let me delete this first. Session start. Okay, fine. Unexpected token. Okay. Let me first log this data here to check whether it is working or not. Okay, yeah, you can see there's some problem with the product sum, but the arrays which we are adding here, the washing machine, the product price, the product sum are coming here. Okay, fine, there's some problem with the variable name. Let me fix this. Okay, that was the data sum, but I was considering it to be a product sum, so it will be data sum. Okay, fine. Now we'll be considering here a sum, blank variable of sum, and we'll initialize it to be as 0. Now we'll be checking that if a set of session of particular session shopping cart variable, then we'll be creating a table itself inside and we'll be running the query. Okay, now each and every values in that particular shopping cart session variable will iterate and will show you the particular product name as well as its price and display a table regarding this. So we have to create a table because we've already shown you about the cart and we told you it should be an HTML true value, so it will be possessing all the quantities of an HTML table. Fine, we're creating a table row. Okay, the values of the data name. Okay, now it will be the price. There is a product price, product price. Now we have to consider a remove key element so that we can delete the elements which we don't want to be added into the cart. So for this we are using danger and remove class, and it will consider of a remove button as well as the key which we want to delete, and we want to unset this thing from the session variables. So echo will be using the key for this thing. Okay, now before getting out further we have to create the table using the table striped class or bootstrap. Okay, now we'll be considering t-head, which will consist of 3 tds. There is the name, price, and the actions. Okay, there's the product name, product price, the action. Let me copy it 2 more times and the action. Okay, we are always almost halfway in this video series. Okay, now we have to calculate the sum also. So before that we have to make another tier for calculating the sum. Okay, we will produce the values product price of product sum, so it calculates the total. Okay, now we have to create the tier for this thing. Let's see, this is the second thing. Okay, if count of session of shopping cart, if there is any session variables inside the cart, we'll be showing this table row, otherwise we'll not be displaying this table row. Okay, so we are considering this as table row, which will be considered our, which will have total column and the total price. Okay, and this will be the price, which is our sum, and we can use the number format extension of PHP, which will help us to make a huge number into decimal point and look much more better, separated by commas. Okay, almost done. Now we have to, let's see whether the values have come in the add to cart button or not. We'll just say, okay, there's some problem with the cart system. Let me fix it. Okay, location.reload. Okay, let me just refresh this thing. Pop over. So just let me change all these things. Everything is correct about the syntax. Okay, it will come here because, okay, there's some problem here. It should be, that was the mistake which I have done. Pop over toggle. Now it will work. Now you can see all the elements in the card system. You can just see here. Now I have to work with the remove button. Okay, so let's see how can this be done. Now let's go inside the card details and we'll be working with the remove button, which we have created here. Now we'll be using the jQuery for this thing. Let's see the functionality of the remove button. This is an on-click event listener, and this will be an event.prevent default, and we'll be considering here only the particular key which we want to remove from here. So this dot attribute data key, which is already there in the remove button I've shown you. This is the data key which I've already shown you. It will consider of the key, and an Ajax request which will be delete.php, means we are deleting this particular key from that particular row, and we are unsetting this thing from the PHP session variable. Method will be the post. Method will be post. We'll be sending some data, and data will be the key here. The key will be the data here, and the success function, it will show that if it's successful, location will be reloaded. It will come to the current page. So location dot reload, location dot reload, and before that we have to remove this particular table row. This is a simple method. This dot not remove, actually this dot closest, find the closest tr and remove the closest table row dot remove. This is a method in jQuery. Now let's go to delete.php. This will be considering our session variable, session start. Okay, now if instead of post of the key, So that deletion key will be our variable for unsetting that particular thing. So delete ID is that post of key, right? Now we'll unset this particular session variable from our page history. So shopping cart of that particular key. Okay, fine. Now let us once go and check everything is correct. Fine. Let us go to the page. Just refresh the page. Just try to remove. Okay, it is being removed. It's reloaded. Okay, fine. Removed. Removed. And just let's see this cart. Add to cart. Okay, 17,000 have come here. Another thing, 18,000. It totals to 35,000. Okay, it's working, guys. Now we have to work with the notification system in the cart. So let's go to our index.php. Okay, now we'll be writing here session.start in the main PHP file, and we'll be checking the count of this particular session. Just let's see. Okay, there's no errors, no problem here. So we'll be checking if count, if we set of session of shopping cart, and if the count is greater than 0, then only show a notification in that particular badge which we have done. Count of session of shopping cart is greater than 0, then consider a variable as count. Okay, consider a count variable of shopping cart. Okay, and display it inside batch. Now we'll be initializing a count variable with nothing. This is the empty thing we are considering here. Now, which we have created first in this thing, there is the badge. We'll be going to the badge and we'll be initializing the count. Echo dollar count. Now let's check this project. This is the end part of this video series, guys. You can just see there are two items in the card. Once you remove this, it becomes one. Another, if you remove it, it comes to its original place. Now just add to cart some of the pages. You can just see the notification it has come. So guys, if you like this tutorial, please like and subscribe my video.